It's been 5 years since that mass shooting in Parkland, but it hasn't been 5 days since the last school shooting in America. Joining me now in studio is Sam Fuentes. Sam was shot at Marjory Stoneman Douglas and has become a powerful advocate for gun reform. Sam, thanks so much for taking the time and sitting with us. The number of Americans touched by gun violence just increases, specifically at schools. You have been a very vocal advocate. You've made statements, you've talked about how you're doing personally. So I wouldn't want to have any conversation about this with you without asking you how you're doing.
Yeah, I think being a gun violence prevention activist has always been something that has been bittersweet. There's obviously the loss, the constant loss, the devastation of all these tragedies that happen around the country, but it is also lined with a certain level of hope as well. You know, when I come out to these communities who have lost everything, everything that mattered, everything that was important. Most days when these shootings happen, I'm heartbroken and it hurts from the bottom of my gut. But then I also know that I'm here and I have a purpose to serve, to make this country a safer place, but also connect with other survivors and be the support and stand in solidarity with them. And so I think there's no real easy answer.
In that vein, let's take a look at some pictures today from Denver where teachers and students rallied at the Colorado State House after 2 administrators, as you know, were shot and wounded at a high school earlier this week. This is another one of those big questions that doesn't have one answer, but why do you think this kind of gun violence specifically at schools continues? Well,
one of my big theories is that there's just copycats. A lot of these people who shoot up these schools, they're searching for a level of notoriety. They have a certain level of hate already harbored within their own hearts, and are prescribed to a certain ideology of hate and of ignorance. And this is a way for them to feel empowered and to prove their pre-existing identities to a larger collective of people. And also, I think it's a uniquely American problem. These people who we see as mass shooters actually belong to a much larger collective of people that I believe actually live among us, and we don't discuss that.
5 years ago today, you were among the speakers at the first March for Our Lives rally in Washington, D.C. This year, there are rallies in 5 key state capitals, including Tallahassee, Lansing, Harrisburg, Sacramento, Austin. What are the major policy issues you're fighting for in 2023?
Yeah, well, in 2023, I think we're coming to the realization that it's going to be state-level legislation that's going to be the most effective, things that we can get passed right away, whether that's, you know, red flag laws or, you know, like safety storage laws. These are things that can save lives and that can be accessible to people within their own state. Just like how we saw the response in Colorado, immediate response through the state level. It's really hard to pass things federally, especially with the universal background checks, which, you know, over 80% of Americans agree with. So
you get a lot of pushback at the federal
exactly,
level.
And so the things that we can accomplish are usually the things that are right in our own backyards. You know, since 2018, we were able to pass 250 gun laws across the nation, you know, and most of which are state laws, state bills that do save lives.
Are you hopeful that as you continue to fight for this, more people join you, there are more voices, that you'll be able to make real meaningful change?
Absolutely. I think right now we're at a political turning point, you know, because of organizations like March for Our Lives, because of young voters. We have been able to see, you know, record-breaking voter turnout and record-breaking, you know, people who are rallying and protesting for things that are meaningful. And I think we're approaching a time, an era where everyone in America, slowly but surely, is being touched by gun violence.
It's so nice to meet you. I'm so glad you're doing okay and that you're pushing for the things you're pushing for change. Sam Fuentes, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.